Welcome, Leo, to your end of the month reading for January. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on over here with you. Getting straight into your energy of what you're thinking, feeling, or the energy surrounding you. Clarify on this message, please, for Leo. We have aware. I don't know. I just totally, when I pulled it, I just felt awareness. Like you are so awake right now and so intuitive and so like right there. I mean, you're literally playing this high priestess over here with this awareness of what the real situation is. I feel like there's something fabricated going on behind the scenes over here. Something that's kind of against you, Leo. And I do feel like you are very aware of the situation. And I think you've been very intuitive of how this is playing out as well. Standing your ground for the situation. So you might even feel like you are standing your ground, defending your rights, defending yourself. I'm very aware of this situation. Wow. And, you know, with having the two over here with the high priestess, you are very balanced about this situation. I do feel that there is something that is, I'm going to say, half-truths told. And you're really standing your ground against this. But you are so balanced that nothing is going to make you stand down from the truth. And we do have the 7 coming out. So it's definitely standing your ground towards what's real and what's reality. And I do feel like you might be even stuck around somebody who thinks they live in a fantasy world, something of this nature. I even feel kind of like I don't know, guys. I just get this feeling they may have even kind of thrown you under the bus. I have the chakra coming out, the solar plexus chakra, and that would be the intention, right? This is the I can. It's kind of funny because it's upside down. It's not saying you're not within the power. It's not telling you your chakra is upside down. It's just kind of like, almost to the point where it's like, I'm aware, but I don't want to. You know? Patience. It's almost like you're, I don't know. Wow. You know, guys, going towards the light. This is kind of crazy because I see all these things kind of popping up. I see this whole scenario unfolding kind of, you know, behind the scenes. There's, I don't know, when I see the B and the J, it's almost like something that's black and white is definitely coming into color, but you see it as color and they want to play games as is black and white, right? Therefore, there is mythical truths. What the half-truths? They're not telling the whole story over here. With the patience over here, let's just get into that really quick. It's almost like you've been as patient as you possibly can. You've been standing your ground, defending yourself maybe for the last couple of weeks or so for some of you, the last couple of days, but it does say that, you know, hey, I've been trying to keep as patient as possible, but I'm starting to lose it over here. That's really, yeah, and standing my ground with patience. I've been patient with you, okay, but I see what's really coming forward. You're trying to just keep your happiness and your vitality. This could be within a family region, that somebody is really trying to get on your nerve, get under your skin, but it looks like you're just trying to keep the happiness alive and keeping this cloud away from this situation by just kind of standing your ground, saying, that's too bad, not today. Definitely somebody is lying. And it's almost like I'm standing my ground, trying to keep the happiness and the light above, as you're over here playing games with me, being deceitful, trying to drag me in, take my sword away from me, and tell these fabricated mistruths. There it is, separation. But you're starting to separate yourself from the situation because it's the best thing. Right? If I start separating myself from this scenario, then I can keep my happiness, right? And that feels like that's what's going on. There could be 2 other people involved in this situation. I feel like for some of you, they may have dragged someone else into the situation, which has made it even worse. So you're just standing your ground. But by separating yourself by them, you can, you know, keep that happiness alive within yourself, not trying to worry about it as much. But the problem is it gets to the point where it's like, what do you want me to do about the situation? Could be somebody that you dearly actually even love deep down inside, and they're really hurting you. You were determined to try to fix the situation. But they're manipulating the situation with lies. It's almost like, you know, I'm standing my ground over here, but you're still manipulating the situation. They've got such a stronghold on this situation. You're trying to stand within your truth. Why are you standing in your truth, though, Leo? Because they're telling mistruths. They're lying. They're not telling the whole story. They're stirring the pot, right, of things that are not real. Or they misconceive something. If something was said, maybe they turned it around into what they wanted it to be said. I heard that for somebody because I see the truth with the talking over here in communication. It's almost like you pulled that out of context. That's not what I said. And now not only did you pull it out of context, you're working on that hard. And now you're telling it and spreading it and making it even bigger and more fabricated. Hey, you know, we're going to build a sweater over here. Building a sweater of mistruths. Making it bigger than what it was. And it almost feels like you try to come to them in the present right now, trying to spread your truth and telling them this is not the way it was. And they're not listening. To where you have all this understanding and you perceive how you're perceiving it. Boy, guys, however you're perceiving it, they are not perceiving it this way. It's almost like you stand in your truth and they just want it to be their truth. They're just progressively traveling towards this one truth that they've made into their truth, which is flawed. Yeah, it's not real. Causing their own heartache and pain. It's almost like they're trying to do it to themselves. They're playing the you hurt my feelings game. They're drawing this out. I'm telling you, they're making it larger than life, my friends. It's not what it is. They're draining. They're draining your energy, trying to drain everything away from you, and it's draining. They're trying to separate themselves from you. Now there's a big separation. I do believe that they've traveled away from you. There has been a complete now disconnect. You could be dealing with an Aries, Cancer, Libra. They're leaving, but they're fucking pissed, right? They are so pissed. Like, they are so mad. But, like, you're so mad. It's almost to the point to when this kind of goes down right here. They have you in anger mode. And not only do they have you in anger mode, but they have themselves in an anger mode. So that it could become for some of you, it could become a very heated debate over here. A lot of in-the-face type of scenario for some of you. To where they, you know what I'm saying? It's just because it's drawing itself to the limit to where they continue to keep saying things and doing things. And for some of you, they have gone overboard, and it ignites this fire within you. And it's, you know, and it's because, you know, I see a lot of ego in here too. And it's almost like they're trying to stand their ground for lies while you're standing in the truth. We know you're in the truth because of the High Priestess. No matter what's going on, we know for a fact, Leo, that you are right and they are in the wrong. I also want to say, you know, a lot of this has to do with throwing you under the bus. I really do believe that they brought this other person into the situation and they threw you in under the bus and made it bigger, like I said, bigger than it needed to be. It would seem like it was something that could have actually been fixed. And I think that that was the whole point, was that you were trying to fix it. And it just looks like they took it so out of control and then just wanted to keep playing that, you know, playing that game, playing that role, playing that situation of look at what you did to me. And that's just not playing victim. Thank you. That was the word. It's kind of early in the morning still, guys. I'm still like, what is the word? Playing victim, my friends. And you're very aware of the situation of how they're playing victim. You know what's crazy, though, is whoever they're telling over here, this person doesn't see them playing victim. They're on their side. Okay, so you're going back into your happiness. Hey, look, it's done. It's over with. You've walked away. They've walked away. Something is done, and it's over for now. Within the light coming within the next few weeks. You have the Knight in Shining Armor. They could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces, or they might have water in their chart because it feels like that could be the third person. It does feel within the light. There you have the Knight in Shining Armor coming back in with the Five of Cups. Wow, look at the depression. Getting away from the depression, getting back into the Nine of Cups. So we have a lot of water going on over here. And it does feel like they are going to start becoming more aware of what they're doing. And they might even come rushing back toward you, acting like everything's okay from the Tower. They're very upset within the situation, but they won't be able to really see the heated situation as is, and they won't really be able to get to this place of regrets about the situation that went down until a couple of weeks, guys, because they're still in their head, they're still ego, but they actually are going to have some regrets. They're going to actually see what actually took place. They're actually going to see how they threw you under the bus, or however this went down, how they backstabbed you, backstabbing. There's not another person involved. They definitely backstab you one way or another. Take it how it resonates. But they're definitely going to be very sad about the situation because they're going to notice that they did cause this immediate Tower with you, and it was something that could have been done and over with within seconds, but they drew it out. So now they have to balance their own emotions about what they're going to do as the healing process for them starts happening. They're going to come back and try to balance this out with you. Because they do love you and they do want this committed relationship with you, whether it's a family member, friend, however it is. They do see you as someone very special. They lost their damn mind. Could be the Mercury retrograde. You know, I don't like, just blaming things on Mercury retrograde, though. You know how I am if you've been here for a while. It does play roles because of energies, and it could just been something. For me, it feels... instead of, always blaming things on Mercury retrograde as much, like I said, some of you can feel that's the way it was. It could play a major role, especially when they're having this kind of breakdown. You might even feel like this person is having kind of a mental breakdown or brewing. Something had been brewing for a while that made them pop, right? They snapped. However, and it could be, for some of you, you could say, you know what, this has happened before in our life, and Mercury retrograde came back and made this karmic thing. And it could be something that, they had to get past. They don't want to fight with you anymore. They are, not wanting to fight this anymore. Now, if anything, it's more of an internal battle with themselves because now they realize what a fool they've been and how they destroyed everything that they had. Intense emotions coming out of me. Yes, I felt the intensity because here you are. And now they want to try to get the ball going back into the relationship where they were, and they want to try to get rid of the devil energy within themselves. Why did they do this? What is wrong with you? Was it due to substance abuse? And now that they're getting rid of that, now they want to be normal. I don't know. I don't know, guys. But it did bring my kind of anger out because I see that you're so dedicated. You were there. You were trying. I mean, look, you didn't even want to fight. You were just standing your ground. You were trying to ignore it. And then they just, hey, look, they stabbed you in the back and then threw you out of the... That's exactly what it is. They stabbed you in the back and threw you under the bus. So it just feels like as soon as they stabbed you in the back, you were just like, fine, whatever, keep your distance from me. This is for some of you. Whatever doesn't resonate, throw it away. But then the more it feels like they got this other person involved for some of you, the more they kept throwing you under the bus. Now they're pissing this other person off and got you. Now you got them against you as well. That's the way it looks for the majority of you. Now remember, if that doesn't resonate with you, everybody has their own story. You can just throw that away. But I'm telling you, no matter how it is, one way or another, they stabbed you in the back with these lies, these deceits. Okay. See what the angels have to say. It's just like very emotional. No. That's what it says. Okay, know what? What are we knowing to? Clarify on the no, and I think most of you know exactly what that means. And you know, for a lot of you, I think it's no going after them, my friends, to try to fix anything until they come back to apologize in their own way, right? Because you're not going to really be able to fix anything. That's, you know, that's what I heard, right? I'm hearing, no, don't go try to fix this, because you running after them is not teaching them anything. Let them weep it out. They're going to figure this out. Look, whatever this communication is, it feels like you guys have been very close within the past. It could be a brother, sister, you know, cousin, something of this nature for some of you. But it does feel like it was a close-knit relationship at one time. No, getting information. Yeah, see, there it is. Don't get any information about the situation. Don't worry about it. Let them do what they need to do. This is all about them anyways, right? This is all about them. They want to act out. They're adults. They can take care of themselves. Just let it go. Because, yeah, they will definitely, you know. And, yeah, be assertive to stand your ground. Don't let them walk on you. You're Leo. You're not going to let that happen anyways. But it's almost like it's just saying, well, you know, make sure that you are staying in the King of Wands, right? Don't let them come back to try to manipulate the situation. Either it's true that you really want to forgive, or it's just a bunch more BS, right? I want to hear real stuff. Yes. I want to hear real stuff. I want to know that it's a true peaceful resolution. I want to hear the truth coming out of you. Okay. But it does feel like in the near future, it will come back to, yes, a compromise. It will fix itself in its own way. They just need to listen to their intuition. They need to get their head out of the sand. But, you know, for some of you, it even feels like they might even have their head way up in the clouds. Because I do feel ego coming off of this. Anger and ego and mad. I do feel like for some of you that they feel like there's some kind of golden god that they, you know, that they have the upper hand within the situation. And that they just want to kind of go and cut everybody down. Because maybe you're not up to par in their eyes, right? What the hell, where'd that come from? I don't know, guys. Everybody's story is going to be a little bit different, but those are the feelings that I'm getting for the majority of you. Take the ones that resonate and the ones that don't, and throw them away. But I think, you know, they have a lot of healing to do. They have a lot of realization. They're running around blind for whatever reason. Okay? That was a rough one, my friends. And until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.